Hi, welcome back, everyone. I hope you enjoyed Runners Wanted. We always have a lot of great runs there. Now we are going to be beginning Halloween night, shifting into our spookier side here. I'm McDices, and I'm going to be bringing you the GDQ Halloween Spectacular. Our first runner is going to be a runner named Juh0rse, who's going to be showing you a little game named Remothered. Hope you all enjoy it. Juh0rse, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hey, my name is Juh0 or Juh0rse. I'm a speedrunner from Singapore. If you do not know, I come from Singapore. It's currently about almost 5 a.m. in the morning over here, so I'm doing this run at the spooky hours of 5 a.m. in the morning or 4 a.m. With me right now, I have Demonic Robux. Say hello.
Hey everyone, my name's Demonic. I'm another runner of the game.
Yeah, and we're gonna do Remothered Tormented Fathers. Quick kind of synopsis of this. Remothered Tormented Fathers is a spiritual successor to an SNES game called Clock Tower. Basically, this game is a Clock Tower-esque kind of game where you go into this place, you find stalkers, and then you try to escape from this area. So, without further ado, I'm just gonna start off right here. And the timer is gonna start when the metronome disappears. It says click to continue. All right, we got time, right?
Yep.
Cool. 3, 2, 1, go. Demonic, you can talk about the story or the intro.
Yeah. So Remothered Tormented Fathers follows a character who the creator of this game swears was not based off of Jodie Foster, named Rosemary Reed. She is a woman who is looking for a missing girl named Celeste Felton, and she is trying to retrace her steps. So she is going to the adoptive father's house of Celeste, who is owned by a man named Richard Felton, and she's basically going there to investigate and try and find out exactly what happened to Celeste. We don't really know much outside of that. This game was designed to be a trilogy in mind from the very beginning, so there are a lot of things that are not answered here, but either are answered in the sequel or are going to be answered in the third game. So we don't really know much about Rosemary. We don't even know if that's her real name, but that's kind of what we figure out here, and that's why she's heading to this house.
Yeah, like Demonic said, this game is a trilogy, so this is the first game. The second game actually came out like a month ago, called Broken Porcelain, and then the third game is supposedly gonna come out in 2022, but we'll see. So we are about to go into the Felton Mansion, which is one of the antagonists in the game later. And we are gonna meet another antagonist right now, which is Gloria Ashman. She is the caretaker of Dr. Richard Felton. I guess you can talk about the mechanics.
Yeah, so this is a very standard third-person kind of over-the-shoulder game. Rosemary has a infinite sprint, so we don't need to worry about really that kind of management, although there is energy. There's a couple things that we can do in this game, like distraction items or diversion items. Distraction items we don't really use in the speedrun. However, diversion items are very important. What they're designed to do is essentially they're objects that you can throw at the stalkers, and what this will do is it'll temporarily stun them. A few of these work differently than the others. They're not all exactly the same. Sometimes they just don't work and it bounces off like a Nerf ball. But there are some other ones that work very consistently. Another item is the defense item. It is essentially like a knife or a sewing needle, where if you get grabbed by a stalker, you can break the grasp by using that item. So those are like the main kind of defense items. And then we also have, do you want to explain stamina and energy?
I'll explain about dodging. Dodging is basically just pushing the enemies away, but later on in the game we will kind of like explain about the dodge mechanic, because we are about to end off the prologue. Basically over here we are supposed to meet Dr. Richard Felton. Hopefully I don't do that. We are supposed to meet Dr. Richard Felton over here, and we meet him, we talk about stuff, and then Rosemary brought up, I think Celeste, the name Celeste, and then Richard Felton was like, no, I don't like you anymore, get out of my house. So she got kicked out. How we got back in is that the caretaker, Gloria, actually put the keys outside of the house, and Rosemary was clever enough to actually take the keys outside of the house and come back into the house. So right now we are in the mansion. I'm gonna pick up this snow globe just in case. So yeah, we are gonna go towards the bedroom where there is music happening at the moment, and yeah, you will see something very, very spooky that will start off the spooktacular, I guess. All right, so on the bed at the moment, it's supposedly like the dead wife of Dr. Richard Felton, which is Ariana Gallo. She's with moths at the moment, hence like, oh, the title for the game Remothered is spread out into different words like REM, red, mother, moth, stuff like that. It's very technical. Also, we get to meet Dr. Richard Felton. And yes, he is in an apron, sickle, gloves, rubber boots. And this is this is one of the antagonists in the game.
Promise. How can I say no to you?
Yeah. So Richard Felton is kind of a very interesting stalker. He's definitely very dangerous, but Juh0rse is going to be doing a trick here. He's actually going to be doing a camera manipulation to keep some doors open. This game is very weird and has like a lot of weird quirks like that. So he's going to turn his camera right here. And instead of those doors being closed or one door only being open, if he turns it like that, he has both doors open here. And that's going to be good for an upcoming manipulation because there is RNG in this game, but it has set patterns. So this kind of helps get you a good one.
So I'm gonna pick up a knife at this chair. Basically, this routing was found out by, this like consistent routing was actually found out by Demonic Robots and another runner called Daniel Ark. Also, there's a lot of cursing in this game, so I'm pretty sorry. There's a lot of cursing and cussing, but hopefully he doesn't say that one line where I'm pretty afraid he would say it. But yeah, we have to pick up this defense item or a knife for this thing to work, and we are gonna go into this dining area right here. And I need to pick up 3 items in this area, which is called a 3-item grab. I had to pick up a plunger, which is surprisingly is in the kitchen. I don't know why. A film and a metal cable, and that will progress us into the game. All right, I had to. I think I heard him open up the door. I'm not too sure. As you were saying.
Yeah. Felton's when he's chasing us, we actually don't want him to be like super slow. We kind of want him to be in like a consistent way all the time, so he can't be too fast or too slow. It's like a play where he can't miss his cue. But we have a glitch coming up right here, so Juh0rse is going to use the item, and normally the game wants you to stand there. However, when you get hit by enemies, it actually knocks you out of the animation, and therefore you can move because of it. You get a little bit of like some floating right there, but this is an example of the consistent rounding. So earlier, he actually took a hit on purpose. So when he gets hit right here, he's going to get grabbed by Felton, and that allows him to use a defense item to stab him, and that's going to stun him long enough to run back to the furnace that he was opening up and to get the film that's inside of it. It also gives him enough time to grab the metal cable right here as well.
This is really consistent, and it saves 15 seconds from the last routing that we did. And also, like, I guess I found another routing that is really, really RNG dependent, which I won't do it at all. I'm doing the safe routing. So yeah, the last item that we're gonna take from this dining area is this film, and we need to do this quick time event just to shoo the mobs away. Mobs, get out of my face! All right. Take this film, and then we are gonna do a neat little trick. Hopefully, I get this. Please. There we go. So that is a door skip, yeah. So the door skip is that because Rosemary's hitbox is like one line, it's just one line. You have the console version of the game as well. In the console version of the game, they actually patched this, and it's a whole box. But in the PC version of the game, it's actually just a line. So you can also with that door, it's a magical door because it has gaps all around the door. So you can actually clip through the door and just bypass it to the other side. But now I'm gonna do linear eject this at the moment, where I'm gonna use this plunger and plumb the tub. Inside that tub, there is a little key that you can see that's shining. I call that the fidget spinner key because it looks like a fidget spinner, not gonna lie. And afterwards, we are gonna go down to the basement because as you can see, the key goes into the basement, and we are gonna use a metal cable to attach it to a dumbwaiter and a grate. Also, Mr. Felton is gonna come right here, please. Hopefully. Oh no, he's not gonna be here. Okay, I'm gonna go for a safe strat right here, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, so
this is,
yeah, you can.
this is kind of the example of what it has. Normally he'll follow you towards that hallway, but sometimes when you do that door clip, his AI gets stuck or he disappears completely. That's kind of an example of what we don't want to happen, because what we want him to do is run down that hallway, because Rosemary then has enough stamina that she can shove past him. In this game, you run infinitely, but you have a stamina meter, which dictates whether or not you can push past an enemy. So for example, we're coming up right here. He's going to have a cutscene. This is actually filling up his stamina right now, so he'll be able to shove past him. But if you sprint too long, your stamina will drain and you won't be able to shove Felton, which is why he had to do that like circular roundabout thing right there.
All right, so I did a cutscene right here. It should replenish my stamina, and I can push him aside.
You slut!
Ooh, S word.
So, yeah, it's very important that he's like, you know, in the positions we need to get him in. And it's the same thing with the other ones. And there's going to be a very like noticeable one that we need later on that is actually kind of scary if they aren't in the right spot. But coming up here, we have the generator section, the lights out section. All the lights are going to go out into here, and he's going to get one of 3 patterns. There's a great pattern, a good pattern, and a bad pattern. So hopefully he gets the great one, because he can lose up to, you know, about 10 to 15 seconds if he doesn't get the, if he gets bad RNG.
Okay, hopefully I could get the good RNG, please. Hello? Oh, I got the bad RNG. Okay, so the bad RNG is that he is gonna be spawned right here. As you can see, his his little butt right there. So basically, that's the bad RNG. It loses about like 5 to 7 seconds, because in the next part I had to go all the way down to the basement and get the key from there, and he's gonna be around here. The good RNG is that let's turn on this generator or circuit breaker, I guess. The good RNG is that because I was panning my camera towards the study room, he can walk towards there, and when I pass him, he could hear the sound of me running at the stairs. So he will just like chase after you, and he'll be spawned at the stairs, which is good RNG. He won't be like right behind me at the moment. Alright, so I'm gonna pick up this key, and I'm also gonna pick up this vase right here. I need him to open up the door, and we are gonna throw this vase at him. Basically, oh, do not stumble like that.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
I've never seen him do that there.
Yeah, that's a first. Marathon Oni! Okay, basically I had to throw an item on him because, I didn't do a cutscene at all, and it doesn't replenish my health at all. So basically throwing an item on him will stun him. But I have to throw that vase specifically because the hitboxes in this game is very jank. If you use another item other than the vase, it will just bonk onto him, and he will just like run towards you, and that's it. Alright, jump scare! Ooh, jump scare! I had to use the key that I got from the basement to attach it to this clock, and then we are gonna open up this compartment to take a battery, and this battery will be used pretty soon.
Yeah, and then also because he had that cutscene, his shoving got replenished. But if he tried to do it after he picked up the key in the basement, and instead of throwing the item, if he tried to do it there, he would have actually gotten either grabbed or at least hit by Felton, and then he wouldn't have been able to pick up the battery, because when you're actively in a chase, you aren't able to pick up items, so you have to time it very well. Like for that spawn, sometimes you'll like get the battery and turn around, and he'll literally be like, the door's open and he's like running towards you, and you have like 3 frames like of extra timing to actually get it.
Alright, so right now I'm in the study room, and I need to pull this projected screen down, and then go into this projector and attach the film and the battery together. That way we are gonna watch a movie, but the movie is about hypnotism, psychotics. I don't remember, but yeah,
it's about hypnosis. That.
Yeah, hypnosis. There you go. But yeah, we are gonna skip the cutscene, and oh no, we got pulled down by Dr. Richard Felton, and we need to escape. Also, I don't have face cam on, which unfortunately, yeah, I don't have face cam on. But with the quick time event, you can actually just like tap the mouse slowly. And it's supposed to be a quick time event, but it's not even a quick time event at all. But yeah, we had to wait for Mr. Falcon to actually stand up so that we could get down and then meet the next enemy in this game. You can explain on the next thing because I need some concentration on this one.
So right now Joe's gonna be doing a quick little glitch here. Let's hope he gets it.
I beg you. Please, give me another
That looked good.
No, I didn't.
So that's what is called the red nun skip. Essentially, if you push him at a right time while he's getting in that doorway, if you shove past him, what ends up happening is he ends up getting clipped into the door and can't move, and therefore the red nun, who is another stalker that's chasing us that we got introduced to, will get stuck on Felton as well. This section is reliant on the stalker losing sight of you for a certain amount of time. So if they get stuck on each other, they lose Rosemary quicker, and therefore you can actually start the next section faster. It's about 15 to 20 seconds. He didn't get it right there, so all you have to do is run through that study again. It's a little bit slower to do so, but should be losing the red nun here in a second. There we go. We just need the objective to pop him. It's a really hard and really finicky trick. Like, his timing there was perfect, but it still didn't work, so we don't really have like a super consistent way of doing it every time.
Jennifer?
Believe it or not, that skip was actually found by me, just like playing around with the game. Alright, so right now we are gonna go back to the bedroom and listen to the radio because, not the radio, gramophone. Because the gramophone actually turned on by itself and... Ooh, spooky! Where's the body at? Oh! So, right now we actually found out that like, oh, Ariana Gallo's body is actually gone.
Yeah, we also got introduced there in the cutscene to a girl named Jennifer, who was the one that escaped to the attic, and this is who Rosemary is attempting to find. We don't really know anything about Jennifer just yet. We just know that she's in the house for some reason. It's also implied that it might be Celeste at this period of time because Celeste and Jennifer are names that are used interchangeably for the character.
Yep. Alright, so this next part is, because I picked up the umbrella so that I can use it on the attic hook, because we saw Jennifer actually climb up the attic just to hide from there. We had to go up and, find her, but the red nun is at the stairs at the moment, so we had to do a little detour right here, so this is a little detour. So, basically, I can talk about the AI. So, Felton is really sensitive to sound. So, whatever, whatever sound you make, he will follow the sound. But, the red nun is actually sensitive to scent. So, whatever footprints you make, she will follow the footprints, but she won't follow the sound. It's kind of strange, but that's how the mechanics work. So, that's why I did that detour. If I didn't do that detour and just run towards her, she would just like get me. And doing that little detour just is just to distract her. Also, mannequins. Mannequins in the attic. Spooky. You know what's also spookier? The mirrors. The mirrors being really like
Being
weird
textures,
texture. Like,
yeah. Also jump scare warning.
oh, I got scared. Also, Jennifer.
Alright. So this upcoming area, Rosemary gets captured, but she is not killed, surprisingly. But we do learn a little bit more about Jennifer. We have an upcoming trick right here. This was actually found by Igdices, who's hosting this entire thing. What Juh0rse is going to do is he's going to slowly open this door, and this is going to let him get through this area consistently safe. We're going to take the rope there because we're waiting on Jennifer to set down her remote so we can steal the batteries. And this is what we can do in the meantime. We used to actually bash through the door and then take the rope. However, even though it's quicker, it was also way more dangerous because the red nun alerts to you faster. And so it makes it so like you would have to shove past the red nun and you would probably end up maybe dying. We're good.
No. Yeah, we're good. So she could spawn over here, like the red nun could actually spawn over there, and it's really bad. That's why I was like kind of scared that she would spawn there because I didn't hear the door bashing. But yeah, we need to go down to this basement right here and attach the batteries to this ladder. Here comes... Okay, the next part of the game is the most 20 IQ thing that that this game has. And I guess you will see it for yourself. after this one. Okay, the next part. Hopefully RNG is gonna be good to me.
Do you want me to explain it?
Yes.
All right. So what he's going to do here is after getting the oil can, we need to head upstairs. He's going to bash through the door to the basement, and that's going to alert the red nun who is on, I believe, the second floor. It's going to make her start coming down the stairs, and what Juh0rse needs to do is he needs to shove past her. However, it's like at the very end of Rosemary's stamina. So if we get bad RNG, what will end up happening is he won't be able to run past the red nun, and he won't be able to shove past. So let's see if we get good RNG.
No,
She's at the bottom of the stairs.
that's a bad RNG. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's really good normally when her like character is at the bottom of the stairs because that means you can shove past her quicker. However, sometimes it just doesn't work and she'll just immediately grab Rosemary like right there. So we don't really know why, just sometimes you'll get grabbed immediately, but normally you would just want to shove past her. Thankfully though, we can do a little trick here. Even if he was getting followed with the road nun right behind him, there's actually a tiny little widget next to the fireplace that you can get to, which temporarily drops the chasing status and lets you interact with this, and we have no idea why. It's just like little pixel that works.
All right,
Because
I can. Do you want me to explain this?
no,
Or-
go ahead.
Alright, okay. So, we are now going into the fireplace because in this area, Jennifer actually told us that there is a secret area in this behind the fireplace, and that secret area is actually Celeste's room. We actually found out through Jennifer's words that Celeste's room is just right behind the fireplace. And now we have to use oil for this cart. Look at this. She lubricates the back wheels only, and not the front. It's not the front. It's just the back. How can she push the cart by lubricating the back wheels and not the front?
We also have an upcoming quote-unquote boss fight here. So normally in the casual playthrough, what you'll end up doing is you'll hear like a radio going on, and Rosemary's like, radio? What's going on with that radio? Yeah, and then you end up having to fight Ariana Gallo's hallucination with some moths. However, you can actually just do the boss fight like beforehand and they never spawn. So what Juh0rse is going to be doing is he's going to get himself quite a few years of bad luck by destroying all of these mirrors, and that prevents
It's not
the
even
boss
a
from
few.
actually spawning.
It's not even a
like, what,
few, it's
42?
49. 7 times 7, yeah. Each mirror that she's gonna break is 7 years bad luck, so 7 times 7 is 49. There you go.
He also did a little cutscene skip right there. If you grab the walkie-talkie radio cassette thing as you're throwing the brick at the final mirror, it skips a cutscene where Rosemary will have to shoo away some moths.
Oh, believe it or not, this was actually also found by Igdices. Alright, I'm gonna pick up 3 bricks right here. This is gonna be very crucial for the end game. The end game will have an attic, and it's gonna be really, really spooky. Also, here comes the sewers. So, in this game, or like in this part of the game, Rosemary got into the wardrobe and she got really clumsy and fall like 2 stories down into the sewers. And we are gonna do sewers RNG right here. So as you can hear, there are stabs. The red nun is actually on top of us at the moment. I have to do these quick time events, and these quick time events will take about like 5 seconds. I'm probably gonna have decent RNG probably. So these cutscenes will take about like 5 seconds, and if you get a stab, it's just 5 seconds time loss. There's RNG for this, so you could get between 2 stabs to 6 stabs. Yeah, 2 stabs to 6 stabs. This is the 4th one. Hopefully I don't get the 5th one because it's gonna be really bad RNG. No, I didn't. Okay, 4 is, oh no, I got it. Wow.
You did. You jinxed
5
yourself.
Stabs. Yeah, I did. 5 stabs is really bad RNG, which loses about like 25 seconds. That's the first part of the sewers. This part of the sewers, the second part, is actually 4 stabs. So unless there's some weird kind of thing that happens,
99.9% of the time it's gonna be 4 stabs. However, sometimes it can randomly be 3, and we have no idea why.
Oh my god, I almost missed that.
So
4. Cool.
So So we have
Also,
a oh, go ahead.
Yeah. Believe it or not, like the sewers used to be like skippable. Like you can move into the sewers and skip the whole thing. Unfortunately, they actually patched it. So yeah, that is the sewers right now. But yeah, like Demonic is about to say, we are gonna go into the wine cellar. The wine cellar is kind of a bit spooky as well. Would you like to explain?
They can't be the
Yeah,
same.
so here we actually learned that Felton and Jennifer are the same person, and Jennifer is currently down here with the nail gun. By the way, if you guys blinked, Juh0rse just defeated the boss right there. So normally Jennifer is down here, and you have to turn off some valves while you're being chased by Jennifer with a nail gun, and she's super deadly, like she'll one-shot you. Rosemary, however, throws that brick down that hallway, and what it does is it gets Jennifer stuck over in that corner, and she can't really find Rosemary, and she doesn't wander around, so she just ends up getting stuck there, and you can get through this area 100% consistently the entire time, which is really nice.
Alright, I have to turn these valves so that I could turn off the steam, and then yeah, I'm good to go. I got one more.
Yeah, so I'm not too sure who found it. I think it was Juh0rse, but it makes this
Juh0rse,
fight like
yeah.
much better. Juh0rse,
It's
yeah,
Juh0rse.
because otherwise you're gonna have to throw a brick at her. You're gonna have to like move past her, and it gets very, very like Monk-esque.
Yeah. Quick shout out to Juh0rse. He is like the first runner of this game, and like he found a lot of strats in this game, or the routing as well. I'm gonna bash through this door right now. As you can hear, Jennifer is right behind us, but we're gonna push this metal cabinet first, and then go back and push the wooden cabinet. So in casual gameplay, you have to push this wooden cabinet first just to block that door, and then push the metal cabinet. But if you reverse the roles, that key right there actually drops 10 seconds faster, 10 to 15 seconds faster than the normal play, I guess. And also you can hear her shouting like that. Alright, so this is gonna be the part where I'm really gonna be scared about. Hopefully it doesn't happen. There are a few parts that I'm gonna be a bit scared about for this ending.
So this game is very buggy. There is a possibility that he will get a soft lock here where the elevator will just straight up not show up. I actually got it yesterday when we were doing a race, and like it just kind of isn't there, and you're like, oh, okay, well, that's not good. But that's a big one, and he thankfully did get it, so hopefully he doesn't get the really, really bad soft lock where Rosemary falls to the floor.
I'm not gonna say it. But yeah, at this part, the Red Nun is trying to chase us. And then afterwards, Jennifer is also gonna be with the Red Nun trying to bring Rosemary down. So they're right now at the bottom, like on the first floor, and like they wanna get her. So we try to pry this door open, or this metal gate open, and then Rosemary is just gonna cry at the corner.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, so this next upcoming area, we're gonna learn that the Red Nun is actually Gloria, the lady from the very beginning. And he's also gonna be meeting her in the infirmary, where we might get another bug where we talked about defense items, throwing them sometimes just doesn't work. This is the biggest example of this, because sometimes we have to throw one specific item and it'll just bounce off her and then you die immediately, and it's like, oh, okay.
Guys, does he have something to say?
Yeah, I was gonna say, Juh0rse, if you have any shout outs you'd like to give, feel free to
I'll do it at
right now.
I'll do it at the end though.
What happened?
Unless
I
you
just
want
have
me to do it
just
right
general
now.
shout outs. We'll do some stuff at the end, but if you have like anyone like Joe or anyone else you like to shout out, feel free to go for it.
Alright, cool. Also, we defeated the boss. Basically right now we found out that Gloria is actually the Red Nun. Gloria came back to the house, and she was like, yo, can you come into the infirmary because I'm gonna save you. But she drugged us with cortisone, and now we are trying to escape. Also, yeah, like I just want to say, I want to give a few shout outs to some people. Shout outs to Demonic as well. Demonic is one really good runner for this game. Shout outs to him. Shout outs to a few other runners like Daniel Ark, Juh0rse, also Dice also run this game. I guess at the end I would just give a really big shout out to a group. So over here, we actually found out that Jennifer is Dr. Richard Felton, and now because Richard Felton is in a gown at the moment, he's trying to kill us. Also, you can see like red stuff coming out of his mouth. In the story, Gloria actually cut Dr. Richard Felton's mouth. No, not mouth. The tongue, right? I don't remember.
Yeah, this tongue. But
Yeah.
really quick, have you guys ever seen the movie Man on Fire?
Hey.
But here we go. Joe is going to be heading into the end game right now. Rosemary has defeated Felton, and now we are heading up to the attic area where we have probably one of the the hardest areas casually. We also are going to talk about a little trick here. We did it earlier, but there's a thing that you can do in this game when the camera pans to like show you something and away from Rosemary, you actually still have your movement there. So hopefully Joe will be able to get a trick coming up here, which is going to be, as the camera pans away, he's going to have to move completely blind in order to skip having to throw an item at Gloria. So we'll see if he gets it here in a few minutes.
Oh, here comes a lot of cursing in this game. So we're gonna stab her in the eye with a syringe that we got in the infirmary because we just wanted to get a syringe, I guess. Later on we will get a crank, and we are gonna crank the the elevator. Basically how we got hold on. The B word. Basically how we got this crank is that Felton has I always call Felton the old man anyways. Dr. Richard Felton has this crank all along, and he has it in him. So we stole this crank, and this crank is supposed to be for the elevator. So yeah. Alright, this is the final attic, and he's downstairs. Another B word.
Also, he's moving right there. That's another example of that. That wasn't what I was talking about. The next coming one is going to be. So Gloria is going to be coming up behind Rosemary, and normally what the game wants you to do is turn around and throw an item at her to stun her while you use a turnstile to open up a door. But if he continues moving through the cutscene and he grabs it quick enough, he can actually skip having to throw an item. It's a very risky strategy, and both of us have lost a lot of runs trying to go for the trick.
I'm gonna position myself like this.
You're just a pathetic cut.
Alright, we got it. So that is a really hard trick because the camera pans, and like you have a really hard time trying to maneuver yourself towards that position. But yeah, I'm gonna take this vase just in case, just for safety. But yeah, coming up, it's gonna be another trick that apparently like a lot of people, like most people who play this game, do not even know about this thing. So like I said, the reason why I picked up 3 bricks was because it's very crucial at this ending. So people can spend 30 to an hour in this attic, but it only takes about like 3 to 4 minutes, and that's it. And I'll show you how. So with an item that I can throw near Gloria, and I can go towards this cart and push this cart. Basically throwing that item, it distracts her from looking at us pushing the cart, and we can actually go through that small little gap easily. And then she's gonna teleport once more as a defeat kind of situation. And she's gonna spawn right here, and we're gonna throw one more brick at her, or one more like item at her. Oh no! Oh no!
Yeah, wait. Okay.
Oh no! That is bad.
So that is
the hitbox mechanic, I guess. That's the hitbox bug. Yeah. We're gonna spend a little bit more time on this.
It's happened a couple of times to all of us. I've lost plenty of world record runs there, and that's like that. After you throw that and it knocks her, that is like the save point. Like the rest of the run, like you got it 100%. That is like the last thing that can happen, and it is so frustrating when it does.
Yeah. It's kind of like you actually hit her, but it doesn't register, and like it's just a miss all of a sudden. It's kind of a weird kind of bug that it's only fixed in the console version of the game, which is kind of weird.
Don't you understand? You.
All right. Also, another little fun fact is for that crawling section that he just went through, it's actually FPS based. So if you have a higher FPS, you go through that area faster. There's a lot of stuff like that in this game where like your quality settings just mess with the game in ways that you wouldn't expect it to. Like sometimes doors will be open if your shadow's on ultra or other things. We don't really know why.
You killed the old man.
Okay, hopefully, please.
Integrity. I will make you regret your
All right, heck yeah. All right, so this is the 50-second rundown. I'm gonna give one more shout out as well because this is gonna be really special to me. Shout outs to the Singaporean speedrunners. We have a group called the Lion Speedrunners Assembly, where like we have a bunch of speedrunners in Singapore. It's a very niche kind of group because Singapore doesn't really have a lot of speedrunners. So oh god, she's shouting at me. So I really want to give a quick shout out or a big shout out to the Singaporean speedrunners. They're really dear in my heart, and believe it or not, this is the first time I'm gonna say this. This is the first time a Singaporean or a Southeast Asian runner has is debuting in a GDQ hotfix.
You're trapped in it.
All right,
All
time will
right,
come really
glad to have
soon.
you.
Time.
All right,
And
good
that
job.
is Remothered. I'm gonna skip the cutscene because it's a 10-minute cutscene. But yes, this is Remothered Tormented Fathers, and I love this game dearly. I love this game, like I love speedrunning this game dearly. The story of this game is actually really good as well. If you do want to play this game, do play it. It's a really good story. It's a really good game casually as well. I guess, yeah. The next game will be Detention, which is a Taiwanese horror game, and I love that game as well, by Obogono. Ek, you have anything to say?
Yeah, two questions actually. One, where can we find you on Twitch so people can check you out?
So for everyone who's watching right now, you can find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/Juh0rse. That is Juh0rse. Yeah, I do horror speedruns. I also do some weird speedruns like Bishi Bashi, Incredible Crisis. I've been doing a lot of Minecraft speedruns as well as the weird kind of speedrun. But yeah, what's the other question?
For people who may be interested in running this game, do we have a Discord that you would like to link?
All right,
How
so
we can link that.
we have a
put in the,
Discord. So we have a Discord. So if you go to like the speedrun page, you can click on the Discord, or like if you want to know a little bit more about this game, do join the Discord on the speedrun page as well. We have this game and also the sequel, which is Broken Porcelain, and we talk a lot about strats and also like funny stuff as well, or memes. But yeah, that's it for me. The next game is gonna be Detention, so I'm really hyped about that one. I'm gonna stay to watch it, even though it's like 5:30 in the morning.
All right, we're gonna have a lot of good runs today, a lot of spooky stuff. I want to thank you both for being here once again, and
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you.